I am standing in the Oswego Speedway pit area with a driver who is as old as the International Classic race itself, and I say that with the highest degree of respect. Joe Gosek, otherwise known as 00 Joe, this is your 45th International Classic start coming up. Can you put into words how it feels to have been able to race here at Oswego for 45 years?
Well, I don't know. You know, when I first started, I was a crew member. I probably never even imagined being able to race here, let alone, race for as long as I have. So, it's just a passion for it since I started back in 1980. And, the background I got from Steve Joya and other people, Tony Osetic, put me in the right place to understand the cars and be successful after time. It took time, but, it's hard to imagine that I've been here that long. I just... every year you approach it like I always have. You have that passion to get up here and compete. And as long as we're competitive, I'm okay with that.
You've really accomplished a lot. I mean, when you think about it, being 68 years old, you've run here for 45 years. That's almost half a century. You've been to Indy and actually qualified for the Indy 500. You've done a lot of racing around the country in different types of cars, open wheel cars particularly. When you think about your career as a whole, pretty amazing to think about that you've been doing it this long and been able to do all that you've done.
Yeah, I've been blessed all over, like you said, many different opportunities, people all over the country that, believed in me, gave me rides, the experiences we've had everywhere we've gone, every racetrack when we traveled all those years. It's hard for me to think back, that I've been doing it that long. It's something you just planned on doing every year, and now it's 45 years. I'm like, where did the time go? And I still enjoy it. We got an older gang, and maybe we might not have the top equipment, but we're competitive, and as long as we get competitive, I'll keep going. We'll see how much longer.
Picked up a couple of heat wins this year, and you have been more competitive, it seems like, for the most part. But let's talk about the International Classic. Tell us how your car is and what are you expecting out of this day?
Well, we've been on a high the last 5 races, so we've got the car underneath me, which makes you look better, which gives you confidence, and lets everybody look forward to the next race. At the beginning of the season, I'm not so sure I would have looked forward to the season or coming here every week, because when you're down and out, you're like, should I be doing this? But we've earned it. We've got stronger, and we've been competitive in the last 5 races where we've been a legit top 8 car or so. So today I'm hoping to expect the same, that we can run in that second group of cars or even up front, who knows. But just be there at the end and be competitive is what we're looking for today. The cars seems really good, but who knows? A full load of fuel, it's kind of hard to understand because it waddles around out there, with all that load. But when that burns off, it'll see who's got the better car and who can get the job done at the end.
Feels like this is going to be more of a driver race this year than it's been in the past. It's been a sprint race lately, it feels like, even though it's 200 laps. This year, this feels like it may be more like when you first started racing, you've really managed the car over the course of the 200 laps and manage the tires.
Yeah, you definitely have to do that. You can go bonsai first 50 or 100, and then you won't have anything left later. So, I guess it depends on what your car does and how you feel comfortable as far as how far you want to go forward or back. You don't want to back up if you don't have to, but you got to try to manage the car and hopefully get rid of the fuel, and then you can go race.
Joe Gosek, 68 years old, still probably could beat up half the pit area here at Oswego Speedway, and out for another International Classic victory here today.